women are striking back against these revenge porn websites, and Is Anyone Up is probably the most notorious one, which was bought out by an anti-bullying website, and it no longer exists. But of course, there are a bunch of other websites that are doing the exact same thing, where anonymous individuals can upload naked pictures or pornographic videos of women, and they also include very personal information about these women. So email addresses, where they live, which town they're in, all of that stuff is included, sometimes even where they work. So women in Texas have been fighting back against this, and they've been doing so to some success, which is kind of good, because so far, with Is Anyone Up, there were some lawsuits, but the lawsuits weren't the reason why the website went down.
Right. So look, I'm a well-known advocate of porn, and I don't have any problem with anything except, obviously the things that are already illegal, plus revenge porn and German porn. Okay. But when it comes to this, the reason I'm against it is not because, hey, look, I don't like it that you're getting off on that. I don't care. That's not my business, right? But this is basically stalking. I mean, you put somebody, and you're putting the most private thing there is of someone without their permission on the internet. It's just wrong in 18 different ways, and obviously wrong. And so I'm thrilled that they're actually winning that case.
So I'm thrilled that they're winning too, but oftentimes the way that they win these cases is they'll find something that's very overtly illegal, right? So for instance, there'll be child pornography in some cases. There was one website, pinkmeth.com, that was encouraging people to hack into emails in order to obtain naked photos. And so that's illegal. They got taken down. But it's becoming increasingly difficult if it's just an adult who is nude in a picture, for instance. And they're trying to use privacy laws in order to take the websites down if they're doing that. But a lot of other things come into question, right? Because, all right, so if you're a company based in the US, it might be relatively easy to file a lawsuit against them. But what if it's in Germany, for instance, or if it's in the UK? If you're living in the US, how do you go after them?
You got to contact the Ministry of Justice in those countries. I mean, the Germans will always side with personal privacy over the company.
Yeah, I mean, Germans will definitely help, but although they also have their own questionable porn, as I like to emphasize.
Don't count on the British to help.
Yeah, but but you could put it in, a Caribbean country.
Yeah, anywhere.
You could put it in Inner Mongolia or Outer Mongolia. Good luck to you, right?
But where does the guy who runs and owns the company, where does he live? Probably here. And also, who's the guy who sent it in? The guy who sent it in should also be sued.
But that's not in all cases. I mean, if you're living in the UK, a lot of UK websites do similar, questionable things. So how do you go after them? It's really, really difficult. So I don't know. And look, in this particular article that I was reading on this case, when you tell the women don't take the naked pictures, they feel like you're blaming the victim. And I'm not trying to blame the victim in any way, shape, or form, but I just want to put this out there and do so in the nicest possible way. If someone's encouraging you to take naked pictures, just don't do it. With the internet, it's too risky. Don't do it, no matter who it is.
I don't care if somebody has naked pictures. Everybody gets naked. Everybody has sex.
You don't care, but people who are super conservative care.
No, but the problem is that these women didn't choose to have their information put out online and naked.
No, look, I think we should arrest those guys.
The guys who did it should be the ones charged.
Yeah, no question. But at the same time, I agree with Anna. I mean, look, you think you know the guy, but maybe you don't know his roommate who had access to his email. You don't know the guy who hacked into his system. Don't take the naked pictures because there's an 80% chance they're going to go on the internet.
Right.
That's a ridiculous percentage that I made up. But you see my point. It's too high a risk.
Yeah, not just your boyfriend. Don't do it with your wife, because you could wind up getting divorced in 20 years. You don't know.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, it's cynical, but it's true.